Got the book Yoon and the Jade Bracelet by Helen Recorvits, and I'm going to show you exactly what questions to ask your kid while you're reading this book so that you are getting the most out of reading comprehension. Themes developed in this book are cultural heritage and identity, wisdom over force, navigating peer pressure, the true meaning of friendship, courage, and how to stand up to bullies. All right. First question, central idea. What does Yoon want and how does she propose to solve the problem? How does she propose to get what she wants? So she wants to fit in with the girls at her school, and she wants to jump rope. Those are the two things that she wants. She hasn't quite made friends yet at her school. She hasn't quite been in enough with them so that she can enjoy jump roping with them at recess. How's she gonna solve this problem? She has a birthday coming up and she is hoping that she's gonna get a jump rope, so then she'll be able to jump rope and make friends with these girls at school. Just overview what is going on. All right, so her birthday comes and she does not get a jump rope. What she does get is a jade bracelet. Next question, key details. What key details help us understand how special Yoon's jade bracelet is? So she tells her that not only, these are right there answers. There's a lot of details about what makes this bracelet special. So number one, it is a bracelet that her mother's mother gave her. So the bracelet belonged to her grandmother gave it to her mother, and now her mother is giving it to her. It's like a family heirloom. Number two, it is jade. That is special. And it says her name in Korean is now etched inside. And there's significance about the fact that it's jade. Jade is a stone from the earth, but it's called the gem of the heavens. Green is the color of happiness and hope, and it says that wearing jade will bring you good luck. And it's the symbol of truth and friendship. So it's a family heirloom. Her mom had her name inscribed in it. Jade itself has significance in their culture. So there's a lot of specific details to help us understand exactly how special this bracelet is. So this is where we are seeing the cultural heritage and identity come in, because when the girl at school gets her hands on the jade bracelet, it's just a pretty bracelet to her. But to Yoon, the bracelet has like a lot more significance and meaning tied to her culture, her heritage, and her identity, and her family. All right, moving forward, the girl at school likes the bracelet. They jump rope. She tells her that real friends share things, but she's being sneaky. Next question, analyze point of view. What does Yoon believe is happening? What do we know as readers that that she does not? So at this point in the book, Yoon has gone to school with the jade bracelet, and one of her classmates, well, from an older class, was like, oh, that's a really pretty bracelet. Do you want to come jump rope with me? And they jump rope, and Yoon is like, this is all I want. I want friends and I want to jump rope, and this is great and this is happening. But the little girl she jump ropes with is like, oh, we can be friends now. Friends share things. That's a really pretty bracelet. If you want to show that you're my friend, you should share your bracelet with me. So Yoon is totally like hoodwinked by this peer pressure of this girl who's really being a bully, and is like, I want friends, I want to keep jump roping, and you say that the only way I can be your friend is if I share with you, and I have to share with you this jade bracelet that is incredibly important in my family and culture and heritage. But okay, so Yoon gives her the bracelet, and it kind of is downhill from there. So Yoon believes she's getting a friend. We, the reader, know that this girl is up to no good. This girl is going to be a bully. So here we see the theme of bullies coming out. We see the theme of navigating peer pressure coming out. Obviously, in this first instance, Yoon did not navigate peer pressure in the best way. She just wants friends. So she's kind of like caving to peer pressure. All right, she goes home. Her mother notices the bracelet's gone. She feels terrible at what she's done. Yoon now knows, she's like, this was wrong, I did the wrong thing, I gotta go fix this. Okay, so the next day at school. Next question, key details. What specific details tell us that Yoon's new so-called friend is not a good friend? So she does a lot. She makes her wait her turn to jump rope. When Yoon is like, I want my bracelet back, she says, stop being a pest, leave me alone. And she keeps the bracelet. So there are like 3 things that this other girl does that are like explicitly said in the text that you can point to about like just proving that this girl is a bully and like no longer being nice to Yoon, and not only not being nice to her, but like being manipulative and saying like, now you're being a pest. Now you want me to be friends with you? Stop pestering me. So yeah, the girl's really, she's a bully. Next question, character development. How does Yoon cope with peer pressure and standing up to bullies? So at recess, like she pushes her. She's like, give me my bracelet back. It's my bracelet, you need to give it back. Like you said we were sharing, this is not what I signed up for. So like Yoon actually does stand up to the bully, but kind of to no avail. And then like when she comes into class, she's like really sad and distraught. She's like, my bracelet's gone forever. I don't know what to do. So it is difficult for her to cope with the peer pressure and what has happened because she gave up her bracelet. Okay, she does get the teacher involved. Next questioning, analyze point of view. How do different characters see the event differently? This is an instance where all 3 characters are seeing the same event from different perspectives and they know different information. So Yoon, of course, knows the entire truth. Her friend here also, of course, knows the entire truth, but also like knows that the lie that she has created and the lie that she has to perpetuate as a bully, and the lie that she has to make the teacher believe. Okay, teacher character knows nothing and is only going by what these girls say. So this is just like a unique opportunity to point out, like it could be the same situation, but 3 people know different information, they want different things, and they are going to approach it differently because of their unique perspective and unique point of view. So just an opportunity to notice that just because everybody's in the same situation does not mean that they have the same information, and it does not mean that they are approaching it from the same attitude and perspective. Next question, character development. Why and how does Yoon's behavior change from beginning to end? So here, so Yoon stands up to, so at first she completely caves to the peer pressure to get her friend to get what she wants, to play jump rope. Then at home, she realizes she's done something terrible. Then the next day she stands up to the bully, but kind of to no avail. Then she goes back to the classroom and kind of is like defeated. Then the teacher is like, what's going on here? Then she tries to stand up to the teacher, but the teacher is still kind of like, she doesn't know who's telling the truth. She has to figure this out. So Yoon here finally figures out how to kind of like, it's kind of like her checkmate in the whole situation. She whispers to the teacher all of the special things about the bracelet, and that on the inside is a subscription that is an inscription that is her name but in Korean letters. So the teacher is like, so she finally like uses her wisdom to outwit this whole situation. This is where we see the idea of wisdom over force. So she kind of uses like her wit and her thinking to kind of get a checkmate in this situation, to give the teacher a tool where like she can know definitively this bracelet belongs to Yoon and this other girl is lying. So she tells the teacher that like there's an inscription on the inside and it says Yoon, but in Korean letters, and this other girl's not gonna know that. So she has no tolerance for peer pressure. Like she is not giving up. She is making sure that this whole situation is made right. And again, she's using her wisdom and wit, not just forcing it, not just yelling, saying that it's mine. And of course, being courageous enough to continue standing up in this situation. All right, so she gets the bracelet back and everything is fine. She goes home and she tells her mom the story of a girl who outwitted a tiger. So like in this story, like she is the girl who outwitted the tiger is the bully. Central idea, last question. What has the reader learned by the end of the story? Okay, we have learned about standing up to bullies. We have learned about navigating peer pressure. Hopefully maybe recognizing peer pressure before we cave into it in ways that we will regret. We have learned the true meaning of friendship. Obviously a friend who is going to make their friendship conditional is not a true friend. And a lot of cultural heritage and identity, because the story really does explain a lot of the significance about jade bracelets in Korean culture. And yeah, that is Yoon and the Jade Bracelet, about cultural heritage, identity, wisdom over force, navigating peer pressure, the true meaning of friendship, courage, and how to stand up to bullies.